Alright, let's get this episode started. Welcome back everyone to the channel. Hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, enjoyed time with your family, maybe ate some turkey, some stuffing, all that good stuff. But now it's Black Friday, and we're back here in the wasteland today. I'm going to take you guys along with me on my little adventure that I went on, and we're going to talk about something I have not talked about yet. We've touched on it just a little bit, but today is all about Vault-Tec and the vaults. As you know, I was at Wasteland Weekend this year. I went for the first time. It was amazing. I met so many people, so many familiar faces from YouTube and other places. I got to meet some wasteland builders who are building some amazing things out there in the real world. I got to see some cosplay up close and personal that I've been seeing on YouTube for years. It was just absolutely amazing. But what really stole the show for me were the vendors. Oh man, the vendors there. They had everything from cosplay armor to props to toys. I mean, you name it, they had it there. But one vendor kind of stood out to me above all the rest. It was a company called the Iron Oath. They had a booth set up with displays of these incredible statues of different Vault Boys and Vault Girls, including one that I recognize as the Vault Boy or Vault Girl that was used on the cover of Fallout 3, the original one. I should also mention that this company is run by one of the wasteland builders I mentioned earlier. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know I love supporting the wasteland building community, because they are the ones keeping this amazing hobby alive and well. But honestly, I couldn't pass up buying one of these statues. I got the one that was dressed like the one from Fallout 3. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of it. I was too excited when I got it home. One immediately put it on display. It was definitely worth the price tag. It was handmade. It was incredible detail. The base was even customized to look like the old Pip-Boy, and I was just blown away by the craftsmanship. But today's video isn't about that statue or even the company that made it. Instead, it's about the subject matter, Vault-Tec and the vaults themselves. As you may know, Vault-Tec was the company that designed and built the vaults in the Fallout universe, and the Iron Oath company had several different types of statues for sale, each depicting a different vault and its purpose. There were vaults that depicted farming, medical research, combat training, industrial work, as well as a vault that simply said, Vault Dweller. Each statue had a small plaque next to it, giving information about the vault itself and its intended purpose. I'll tell you right now that there's a lot more to vaults than meets the eye. And as I learned more about them, I realized that they are much more than just a shelter for people to hide in during a nuclear blast. In fact, the vaults were designed to be self-sustaining ecosystems capable of supporting human life indefinitely. Each vault had its own atmosphere control system, hydroponic farms for growing food, water recycling system, waste disposal system, and even a nuclear reactor to provide power. The vaults were also equipped with advanced technology, such as robots to assist the residents, as well as computers to monitor and control the vault's systems. Now, I could go on and on about the different vaults, their purpose and their design, but that would take all day. Instead, I want to focus on one aspect of the vaults that I found particularly interesting, the social experiments. You see, the government knew that simply building bomb shelters wouldn't be enough to ensure the survival of humanity. They also needed to ensure that the people who survived the bombs could function as a society. To that end, they designed the vaults to include features that would test the residents' ability to function as a society. For example, some vaults had limited access to resources, forcing the residents to work together to survive. Others had advanced technology that could easily be misused, requiring the residents to establish rules and norms for their use. Still, others had features that tested the residents' ability to adapt to change, such as random power outages or simulated natural disasters. By studying how the residents of each vault adapted to these challenges, the government hoped to learn valuable lessons about human behavior that could be applied to the design of future settlements. Of course, the social experiments conducted in the vaults were not without their critics. Many people, including some of the residents of the vaults, argued that they were unethical and that the government was using them as a form of human testing. However, the government believed that the potential benefits of the experiments outweighed the risks, and that the knowledge gained from them would ultimately help to create better and more resilient communities in the event of a nuclear war. Some of the most famous examples of vaults that were used for social experiments were Vault 101, which famously featured a limited resource scenario, and Vault 1012, which famously featured advanced technology that could be easily misused. Now, as someone who has always been interested in human behavior and social dynamics, I found the whole concept of the vaults incredibly fascinating. The idea that the government would go to such lengths to study human behavior in order to improve the chances of survival is both terrifying and inspiring. It shows the lengths to which the government was willing to go to ensure the survival of humanity. But it also shows the importance that they placed on understanding human behavior in order to create effective solutions. While the social experiments conducted in the vaults were certainly controversial, they also led to some important discoveries about human nature. For example, the residents of Vault 101 were able to create a thriving community despite limited resources, demonstrating the power of human resilience and cooperation. Similarly, the residents of Vault 112 were able to develop effective norms and rules for the use of advanced technology, demonstrating the ability of humans to adapt to new technologies and environments. As I continued to learn more about the vaults, I realized that they are much more than just shelters or testing grounds. They represent the best and worst of humanity, our ability to survive and thrive in the face of adversity, but also our capacity for cruelty and destruction. The vaults are a reminder of the importance of understanding human behavior and the complexities of society, as well as the need for cooperation and resilience in the face of disaster. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that while the vaults may seem like a simple solution to a complex problem, they are actually a microcosm of human society with all of its strengths and weaknesses. And studying them can teach us valuable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. But before I go, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the vaults and their social experiments? Do you think they were a necessary evil or an unethical violation of human rights? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that is all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. I post videos every single week. I would love for you guys to join the community. Thank you so much to the supporters who continue to support me. Your support really does mean a lot. Alright, that is all I have for you today. I will see you guys on the road.